Hi guys! So sorry I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. Not really happening for any particular reason. It just, my husband was on a work trip and then we took a small weekend trip, and then when we got back he worked a ton of OT, so I've just been very tired, kind of in a funk. You know, it happens, especially when you have depression and anxiety. So, you know, sometimes I might just disappear for a little bit, but I'm okay. Anyway, this video is going to be a video reply to Palmtreebewitchery, Brittany. She recently did a video about, hello Carter. She recently did a video about, do you wear your witchiness out on your sleeve, or are you out of the broom closet? And I thought it was a really good topic to kind of jump back into things and do a video reply on, because this is a subject that we as pagans, everybody has in common in how, you know, we all experience it. We experience it differently. We have different feelings about it, but it's definitely a good topic to discuss. So in the case of me, I'm kind of right in the middle. I mean, it's hard because I don't hide it, but I don't flaunt it. And it's pretty much always been that way. Most people don't come up to me and ask me questions about my beliefs, at least when it comes to like my husband's extended family, and they are of a very Lutheran background. But all their family members know, and they're very supportive, and they will ask me questions, and they're just fantastic. But I do wear pentacle. In most cases, I haven't been wearing a lot of necklaces lately just because my youngest kind of tugs at everything, and that's the only reason. It feels weird not to wear necklaces though. And I don't have any witchy rings. I would love to get one. I just only have my wedding ring. Oh, cracking knuckles. Sorry if that bothers anybody. I know some people are like, ooh. But you know, I have been pagan since I was 15 years old, and when you're younger, you either choose to be out or you kind of stick closer to in because you're trying to protect yourself, or, you know, you're a typical teenager and you just don't care. So, but I think I was always more on the cautious side just because I am a shy, cautious person. But I have been discriminated against. I used to work for a major retailer as a cashier, and I was wearing this exact same necklace when I was about 23. And there was this one evening, I was ringing up a customer, and you can always, people sometimes, they just, their eyes go right to my necklace, and I'm like, okay, here it comes. And she's just like, so tell me about your necklace. And I think I gave up. I just said it's a symbol of my beliefs. And she was like, oh, and what are those? And I was like, well, I'm pagan, you know, a nature-based religion. I think I was very brief, but I can't remember the exact phrase I used to describe, since it's been almost a decade now since this occurred. But then she asked if my parents had raised me under this faith, and I said no, my parents didn't raise me under any faith. They taught me that there are tons of different faiths that exist, and that it's important to educate yourself and to be tolerant. And then she goes, well, you know, those who are raised under nothing will go for anything. And I was just like, really? Come on. You're really gonna be this terrible to me? And then she starts going off with the typical, God loves you, blah, 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 blah. And it can be hard to digest that stuff, because you know that the person is not doing this out of love for you, out of kindness for you. They're doing it to be condescending, and that drives me nuts. Like I said, my in-laws are very religious, and there are many, many times that they will say, we are praying for you if something happens in my life. And my mother-in-law's even asked me, especially in recent events, if that bothers me. And no, it doesn't, because in cases like that, if someone is saying that they're praying for me, they're doing it out of love, they're doing it out of kindness, and I welcome that with open arms. I'm very, very welcoming of that stuff. But this is no. So I remember just being really angry about it. Of course, I was a lot younger. Now I would just kind of brush it off. I mean, a lot's changed in the last 10 years, but I just really remember it getting under my skin. So, you know, it's hard to digest that kind of stuff, especially when people are being condescending and just outright rude, and we have so much of that in the world today. But, you know, you kind of just take it in stride, and I think that if you choose not to be out of the broom closet, it's perfectly fine. Do it for your own protection. Protect yourself. Make that a priority if you must, because there is a lot of discrimination and there is a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of people who don't know what paganism is, and they jump to what they have been told without knowing the real truth of it, and that can be dangerous. I don't have anything pagan related on my car because I just don't, I'm worried about my car being vandalized. But if you walk through my home, there are pieces here and there because it's my home. It's my sanctuary, it's my place. My altar is in my bedroom, mostly because of privacy issues, and also because when I practice ritual, I really want to be able to go in a room and be left alone. I don't really ever practice if my kids are up, just because it's my priority to take care of them, and I can focus better if they're not, you know, banging around my house and stuff. Which brings me to another topic of, I almost feel like this should be another video, so I'm probably going to be really brief about this and make this another video at some point, but my children are not technically raised under my beliefs, but they are aware of them. But you also have to keep in mind my children are both very young. So I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and my 3-year-old is told some things. If he has bad dreams, I will do magic in his room for him. If he has a charm in his room that I made for him to help with bad dreams, he sometimes will say, "Mommy, I'm afraid of monsters," and I go, "Buddy, nah, no monsters are coming in this household because your mom's just too strong." And he gets a good laugh out of that. I talk about summer solstice, and the holidays, which also, by the way, who's excited for summer solstice? It's gonna be this Thursday. In fact, my son just asked me if we could make a cake. So, and I think the biggest reason why I want them to be aware of my beliefs, but I don't want to force it upon them. They can make the choice for themselves, but they also Mom shouldn't hide what she believes. That just doesn't create a good environment, and I want my children to trust me. I want to know that there's no reason to hide or be afraid. You can be open with your family and the people that you're close to, as long as you're in a safe environment to do so. And my children very much are. But the other thing that I hope that they take from my beliefs is a love for nature, a love for your fellow beings, and just a general open-mindedness about the world. So, you know, they are taught some things about my beliefs. My husband's an atheist, so he's just kind of whatever, you know, really chill about most things. So, and I can do a video on that topic too, you know, what's it like to be married to an atheist. But in short, am I out of the broom closet? I got one leg in, one leg out. Let's just say it that way. I don't hide my beliefs. If anyone asks me about them, I don't deny what I am, but I don't shout it from mountaintops either. I'm just kind of here. And as I've gotten into my 30s, I've started to stop caring about what other people think so much. This is who I am. It has been who I am for over a decade, well over a decade now, going on almost 20 years. Wow. It's not likely to change. It's going to evolve, but it's not likely to change, I don't think. And if it ever does change and I find a different path somewhere later in life, then I do. I can't predict that. We don't know what will happen, the changes that we go through, but I'm happy here now, and I have been happy here now for a long time. So I suppose that, I hope that answers the question of, am I out of the broom closet? If you guys want me to elaborate any more on this topic or anything that I may have mentioned, I am always open to video requests. It kind of helps me get those creative mojos going. The other reason why I haven't been recording very much is because I love my DSLR, but it's not ideal for recording, I don't believe, especially in situations where I'm just talking with the camera. So my husband and I are on the hunt for a decent webcam. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been recording very much, but I'll try to be a little bit more diligent about it, especially with summer solstice coming up. I was kind of hoping maybe I could do something with that, because I love the holidays, the Sabbats. I'm always so excited to celebrate them, and especially with my children about and stuff. But anyway, blessed be. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys have a beautiful summer solstice. It's been hot as all Hades here in Minnesota. Like, you wouldn't think Minnesota got hot, but damn. Freaking, I want like cool weather and mountains and just, okay, yeah, I'm so Washingtonian. But anyway, blessed be, guys. Have a beautiful week.